Ensure you have the correct voice for the voice sensor shot.
Landing gear retracted.
Coupler disengaged. Clear to ascend.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Attention,
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be our first stream for myself. Yeah, I didn't give myself quite enough time. I really did try to, but just flat out didn't end up managing to succeed. So the race hasn't started. We've got plenty of time for that. But there's still a couple of little bits and bobs that I'm still faffing around with on my end. However, what we can say is tonight is the second race of Tier 1. It's the first one that I'm going to be live streaming. It is Baku, and it is for our esteemed Tier 1 members, as I say, who should put on a pretty good show. Baku, of course, always an exciting track to race at because of its tight walls, city streets. Tier 2 did an amazing job, actually. We had a really great race with no real issues, except for first corner shenanigans, as always. So we're hoping for a Waffle's ready to crash. Yeah, we're hoping for a similar sort of take on tonight's race with Tier 1. Could we hold to a much higher standard? Obviously. So without further ado, let me stop dicking around and let's get loaded up. It was supposed to be easier with the triple screens, and it just appears to have been turned out to be more complicated. So that was my invite. That's good. Right, that's my invite to the lobby. He says doesn't join. I'm just going to join based on Texas. So as long as everything is still set up as it should be, this should bring up Formula One once it decides to kick in. There we go. Right. Hello, everybody. Who do I race for again? You race for ASP, Waffle. That's the most important bit. I've got the camera's almost opposite the screen. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at my actual stream. And if I look this way, I'm looking at the stream manager. And wow, it's 7 viewers already. I have missed you guys so much. Okay, let me just make sure that we have things like audio. You have the mic, but we need game audio. So Discord headphone, that's the one to change. There we go. Right, that should give you Discord audio. I think I can exit that now. I've got that. We're looking for that. We're looking for that. We're looking good. Okay. I'm going to join in the general chat. Yes, Brissin, I've got my own personal little office at the bottom of our Discord. Fabulous, right? Okay, so I'm going to go make me a cup of coffee. In the meantime, I'll leave you in the wonderful company of these guys.
Can you invite Marco?
Yes. If he's on.
Chocolate clock.
If he's on.
Chocolate clock.
Where the fuck is Marco? Where the fuck is Marco? Phil?
Good stuff. So, Hale, stream is running.
Numi, are you joining our channel again today?
I'm
Did you have a teammate
just
or no?
gonna.
He's not online, I think.
What was I
It
gonna
depends
do?
on if Crampy wants.
I just didn't know if you had one today.
Oh, he has till like, I don't know, 2 minutes past or something to join, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
I'm
was
not
really
sure
gonna do something, but I
why.
can't remember what it was.
Oh, Marco last online 34 minutes ago.
All right, I'm
Beautiful.
gonna make coffee. So,
Ooh, coffee.
BRB.
Oh, coffee. Let's go.
48 minutes left out of a 24-hour race. That must be like the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh shit. Kobayashi's in P2 now. It's F1 driver versus F1 driver. Who's gonna win?
Is this like Le Mans but Daytona?
Yeah. Exactly. 24 hours of Daytona.
Why is it in Daytona and not in Le Mans?
They do both.
Why am I seeing this first time? Why am I seeing this first time?
I don't know. So like GTD is like GT Daytona cars. LMP3 and LMP2 is like Le Mans Prototype 2 and 3.
Yeah. that's the same.
DPI are prototype cars. And then I think there's one other class.
How many tires do they waste?
I don't know, but I know like 5 hours ago Kevin Magnussen pitted for like the 31st time of the race.
Let me just switch to softs and then hards and then mediums and then softs.
Krico,
Yes.
is it good if you leave again because HCE wants to do commentary?
I can stream it for you, Rico. It's fine.
Okay. I don't need to have my control.
I got the internet DRS.
I'm doing commentary and cake and coffee.
Can I have a cake, Morph?
No,
Please?
you may not.
No.
Commentary, cake, and coffee. And that's not some weird take on.
There's so many good flags in here.
Sure, be sure to pick a car, mate.
This guy who's streaming in the Daytona on Twitch is fucking savage.
It's funny, man. There was a guy I was watching on Twitch last night for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden he got banned. And it was like, whoops, unless you have a time machine, you can't see this anymore. And I was like, oh, well, guys, see you later, man.
See ya later.
Kobayashi's been rapid though. Like, I mean, he was in 5th. He's in 2nd now. He's only 2 seconds behind.
Oh fuck, please.
Is HE in this Discord?
I just invited him for
Into
for
the
a
lobby, I assume.
spectator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I mean, I'd like him in the. Me and him need to be into a Discord channel together, so hopefully he'll show up in the Discord channel soon. Because I would like his commentary on
just
the stream.
don't you have him in friends so you can send him a message to jump in?
I will. I just in the kitchen at the moment making coffee and realising that I've not done any of like the washing up, which I don't really want to do at 9:30 at night because the missus starts getting pissy. So I'm just going to try and quickly get some of it done right now. By a second, whilst I'm waiting for the kettle to boil. So if anyone could just ask HC, that would really help out.
Ooh, somebody told me something I almost fucked up.
And it was.
I had damage on off.
Well, I was kind of hoping you didn't notice because I already saw it like 3 minutes ago. Like, hey.
Good goal from that
Renzo,
person.
you're a sneaky man.
I've done similar things.
Renzo is a racer at heart. He knows. He's like, I'll take any advantage I can get.
Like then I would be the only one who would know that damage was
love
off,
it.
and then I could just send it everywhere.
I'm here for it, man. I love it. I love it. Like I told you guys before, when I used to race with a racing team, man, like it'd be like you have to have a stock turbo, so we take the stock turbo, bore out the stock turbo, put a bigger housing in it, and then sure, now you're making a bunch more power, but you have the stock turbo, right? You're not cheating unless you get caught.
Or off Voltex.
I guarantee you, like half
Yes.
these cars are cheating.
Energy and Rogue are playing in Rocket League. 100,000 people are watching it on Twitch.
Wow. Oh, is Prison still in here?
He is, but he's muted.
Her Rogue so aggressive. Oh, Mika lol. Whoa.
Hey, Cranky.
Man, peanuts are so good. I saw that, you guys know.
Cranky? Cranky? You should be able to talk now, Crank.
Crank.
I have to use push to talk, I think, right?
Not anymore now, right?
Okay, then let me change it again.
Marco is here.
Okay. So who's gonna stream it today?
You.
Me?
No.
I mean, I can.
And
Yeah,
Morph
I'm
is streaming, but
I'm
also
physically streaming. My channel is already running streaming.
Sham is also streaming, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But
Is that you, Nero?
I have.
Where's Nero? Is Nero in yet?
Who was in 2008 in Red Bull?
2008.
Yeah.
Weber and David
Everyone now.
Coulthard.
Coulthard was still in F1?
Yeah. I think 2008 was his last year.
Yep.
He ran a special livery in Brazil even.
Who's
last
who's
race.
Lil Lambo? Guys, who the fuck is Lil Lando?
Little Lando.
No idea.
It's Lando, but he's little.
Okay, let me kick him out.
It's small Lando.
Small.
Well, Lando is already small by himself, so how small is this guy?
Midget.
Yeah.
We missed one person now.
It's me.
We should be fine, right? Because Dougie is not in and we have one empty spot in the roster, so should be fine.
I have to say something. I can join back though if you guys want to start. It's fine.
Is ICU in the... No, he's not even in the roster. Damn it. Why are people joining?
Voltex, who's LCU?
Yeah, I have no clue. I was just about to kick him. He's in my friends list, but...
Stanley, don't fall asleep in your position.
What?
Oh, the grid changed, and I think I've kicked somebody else now? I don't know.
I'm coming back now.
Guys, we're missing some dudes. God damn it, why?
Why can't people be on time?
I have no clue, man. Oh, Hurricane just restarted his game, I think, that's why.
Oh, I don't mind Hurricane not being here.
Same.
Like, even Numi says it. Like,
He's gonna win it anyway, so we can just let it put him at P1 and we will fight for the seconds.
Hurricane is merged in ASP?
Yeah.
Okay, let me call the people out again. Let me see if they're all in now. So, Mercedes, both in. John Torp.
I'm talking to Hurricane right now. I'm just finding out what happened to his game.
Renzo.
yeah.
And who was in McLaren 2008?
2008, Hamilton and Kovalainen.
Oh.
Heikki
Yeah, you just had to
Kovalainen.
restart.
Fuck me.
Because Alonso left after 2007.
Headed out.
Yeah, he went back to Renault.
Why did I always thought that he left F1 at some point?
Who?
Yeah, we have everyone now, guys. Ready up.
Alonso.
Everyone
Alonso.
can ready up. We have
At the
everybody
end
in.
of 2018.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah. So it was gone
I
for 2
thought
years, and now
after
he's gonna
the-
come back in
Well,
for 1 year.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
thought
this
he
year, I mean.
left in 2006, but
Hmm.
no,
Bro,
I-
Kobayashi's pushing.
Okay, I'm hopping in team
crazy.
chat. See you, boys.
See you, see you. Alright, here goes. Go. So good luck, boys.
Good
more
luck.
in the let's go.
Let's go.
Where the fuck am I going? Here.
Okay. Hello, Ruff, Rowan. Right. We're pretty much on the go then. So everyone's disappeared off into their own little channels. Let's see if I can get near as Jeremy. See if I can get near it in here just for the live stream. So, I welcome you all officially to Race 2 of Tier 1 ASP League. We are in Baku and qualifying is just starting. So, let's see how this goes. Okay, actually, okay. I'm just going to hop. Okay, I'm just going to hop into a different channel ready for HC, who's going to join me at the end of quali. So for me, you'll have me for qualifying, and then at the end of quali, you'll have HCE. And trust me, HCE is an absolute natural when it comes to commentating. I will be desperately trying not to get in his way verbally because he's an absolute genius. And we've got people heading out already, so let's keep an eye on him. Thank you very much for the follow, Karis. Much appreciated. Make sure this door is as shut as possible. Don't want to be keeping the family up. We have coffee, we have cake, and we have qualifying. So, Avalanche is out on his outlap. We've got Birkin, Numi, and leading the way, Shum. So, plenty of people coming out now. We've got soft tyres on. Soft tyres for Shum. And Numi. And Birkin. Everyone's. Well, is that soft tyres or are they mediums there? Let's have a look. Mediums. So we've got a bit of a mix. More softs. More softs. More softs. Right, let's get some more of this up there. So we've got. What should we have? Do we have tyres yet? No. Detail. Fitted tyres are fitted. Telemetry on. Lap data on. And we'll have a full track map as well. Okay. This will give us a good idea of who's where. So we know that Shum was the first one out. He should soon be out on his starting his quali lap. So here we go. This will be Shum on his quali lap. You will excuse me as I watch this race with pleasure. Eating cake. Coffee and cake. Does it get any better than that? I say no. It was a bit close there in the first corner. Kept it just in. Taking the esports racing line. Good question, Abstractify. Not entirely sure, but now is the time to do it. Wanted to keep an eye on Shum's qualifying lap now. Are you ready? And is anyone getting stutter in the stream? I'm seeing stutter on my own, but that could just be me because I'm doing like triple things at the same time. I mean, in terms of everything that way. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, Shum's lap has been invalidated. So he's obviously managed to cut a corner at some point. Okay, well, we'll try. Let's have a look. I don't know if the OSD allows for that. I think the OSD settings you can change are... Ooh, there goes a piece of wing for Shum. Or was that for... Someone's just lost a piece of wing and it wasn't Shum. So we've got Burkhan setting the first lap. Rather setting the fastest lap so far, 138.2. Numi right behind him on a 138.7. Avalanche with a 140.4. So that's looking like a bit of a banker. Voltex is still in the pit. Marco's pulling over because he's going to be starting a lap. So who have we got coming up towards the last part of the lap? There's Crampy, looking like he's on a belter, coming towards the end of his lap. So John Thorpe's put in a 140 as well. Renzo goes second fastest and Crampy goes fastest. Crampy being a damned fast driver. On softs, John Thorpe's 140 is on medium, so it may not actually be a banker. It could actually be his attempt. He may just see how that goes on his mediums. So we've got a couple of other people about to just finish their laps. Phoenix goes nowhere. Hurricane looks to be coming towards the end of his lap. Everybody's expecting Hurricane to do good things. Looks like he's still warming tyres, so this may actually be his out lap. Just testing the circuit. Stanley on a hot lap, I think, by the looks of it. Overall, 11 3/4 minutes left in this first section of qualifying. Shares has put in a 143. That's really slow for Shares, so I feel that's a banker. Or we may have made an error. Spicy's new. Spicy puts in a 141. Stanley puts in a 139 and goes 6th. Good stuff. I feel like my camera's in the way here, so just bear with me 1 second. There is absolutely no need for my camera to be around right now. It's quite simply just not required. You can just have the dulcet tones of my marvellous voice. Right. So we've got a few more people on outlaps. Others leaving the pits. A lot of times not set yet. Little under half the field. It also means you don't have to see me stuffing my face with cake, of course. Coffee and cake. So who's actually on a hot lap right now? Let's see. Stanley we know has just done his. So Spicy looks to be tearing it up. So, down the last straight. Come on, Spicy. Let's see what we can get in here. It's looking to be... Ooh. Might actually be a little bit lower. No, he does take a little bit off his time. Moves up into 7th. Everyone currently out on soft tyres. Voltex. DRS open. Is just looking to finish his first flying lap. And goes 5th. Good effort from Voltex there. Really good effort. Jimmy's in the pits. Ruff looks to be coming towards the end of his first flying. Crampy goes a little bit quicker, if I understand correctly what I've just seen. No, that's not quite the case. Ruff is back into the pits. A lot of people on their out laps. Voltex is on a cooldown lap or on an in lap. Numi is looking to be pushing this pretty hard. Just approaching the 8-minute mark. Apologies for not mentioning. Larsen has put in a 138.6 into 4th position. Numi gets a good exit from the, the last real corner. Tearing it down the straight. Opens his DRS. Definitely looks to be under a 140 and goes a little bit faster and pips Larsen's time. Takes 4th place. Phoenix is on mediums, still hasn't got a time set yet, so that could be a real interesting one. Just leaving the pits now on those mediums. Larsen, oh, he's definitely on a flyer. Let's see if Larsen can get back what he lost to Numi, and possibly even more. Nope, and he's into the pits. Waffle on a qualifying lap, I believe now. Tiny lock of the wheels. No real issue, I don't think, from that slight lockup. People taking it in turns by the looks of it to try and maintain a relatively clear circuit. There's quite a lot of people out on the track at the moment, so Waffle's coming in ready to cross the line, opening his DRS. That final drag down to the start finish line. No, he's heading in. Oh, audio bug there from someone. John Thorpe looking to cross the line. Hoping to improve on his time, and does so. Up to 4th. Well done for John Thorpe. Phoenix with his DRS open, out on a lap at the moment. Hurricane looking to take his first flying lap, I suspect, here. DRS open any second. No, he's heading into the pits as well. Okay, we've got a few people who still have not put time on the board here. We've got Marco, Phoenix, Ruff, Hurricane, and Shum. No times on the board. Suddenly heading back into the pits. John Thorpe will be on an in lap. Renzo obviously done his out lap. He's probably on a flying lap right now. We have Shares coming out on an out lap with medium tyres. Marco on mediums and Phoenix on mediums. Phoenix is the one with the audio bug, but he must be now the one looking to complete his lap. Get a time on the board finally. And in his mediums as well. So let's see how this goes. Not looking to be a great one. Goes 13th fastest on medium tyres. Mediums to soft being the preferred strategy really. However, a lot of people clearly setting their fastest laps on the soft tyres. Renzo on a flying lap or heading into the pits? Heading into the pits. Rough. Moving out of the way. For Phoenix, who just set his fastest lap, so unless he's going for a second. Shares on his flying lap, I believe. Guys, feel free to shout up in the chat. We can get a conversation going here, no problem at all. Share your opinions, any thoughts, any predictions. It's all good stuff. It's all exciting. So we're still looking for Marco, who's just currently been exiting the pits on softs. We've got Hurricane who's off the track. And hello, Nira.
I have joined.
Thank you. You have joined. Thank you for joining me in commentating. Nira is extremely good at commentating, absolute natural. I will be the Martin Brundle to his Crofty.
Thanks.
So looking at the moment, we have your volume's fine, mate. If that's what you were thinking.
Okay, good.
Yeah, your volume's good. Okay, so Hurricane is looking to put in a lap finally, get a time on the board. So he's just starting his hot lap. On his softs, we've still got Marco, Hurricane, and Shum to actually get a time on the board, with 1 minute 40 seconds left of actual quali. We have Crampy leading the way. Crampy is good at this track. There's no question of that. About half the field is currently on outlap, so everybody is coming out. There's only one person who isn't, which is Phoenix. He may be settling in. In fact, with 1 minute 20 seconds, he has settled for his medium tyres. He's currently 13th. I guess.
I think Hurricane is on a hot lap right now, so maybe cut to him.
So Hurricane, hopefully on a hot lap right now. He's back out on his softs again. He still does need to get a time on the board. I'm quite happily sitting here with cake and coffee. Coffee and cake.
Nice.
This is the way to spectate. See if he gets a nice drive out of this last corner. Hurricane we know is extremely fast. Fastest purple sector, sector 3 there. Sector 2. I correct myself.
Shums has just binded in the castle, I think. He's binded in the castle.
Shums binned it.
Yes, I think so. He's not got a time on the board.
No time on the board. So Shum will be starting at the back, minus any penalties. Hurricane goes second fastest, with an excellent lap right on the last minute, then the cusp of the end of qualifying. So we need people crossing the line now, if they're going to get a last lap in. Stanley.
Numinami is invalidated.
Oh dear, Numinami is invalid, yeah.
Crampy is also invalidated.
Crampy invalidates, but with P1.
Renzo is the one to watch.
Renzo is the one to watch, and we do. Renzo goes fastest first sector. So Birkin finishes in third so far. Stanley's checkered flag in 8th, Ruff in 9th, Waffle in 11th. That's a bit of a surprise. Spicy, the new guy, qualifies 12th, which is quite good. 13th now.
Ooh, lock up.
A little lock up from Renzo, huh? Avalanche qualifies 14th, Phoenix 15th, Shares 16th. Quite a surprise. Here
He
comes
could go
Renzo.
P2 here, Renzo.
He comes round to open his DRS and make that last drag down to the start finish line. And Renzo goes P3. Not a bad effort at all.
Yep.
Hurricane
He
moves.
missed out on P2 by 48 thousandths of a second. Yeah.
48 milliseconds. That is a close one. Does anyone else left on there? Hurricane is out on track, but not on a flyer. That is everyone else done. So there we have it. That is our starting grid for Baku. Round 2 of Tier 1. Crampy in pole position. Hurricane in number 2 position. Renzo in number 3. Burkan in 4th. John Thorpe, one of our new members, taking 5th place, which is a brilliant result for his first race. Numinami taking 6th. Larson with 7th. Marco in 8th. Stanley in 9th. Ruff with a great result in 10th. Voltex with a surprising result in 11th. Waffle also a bit of a surprise there in 12th position. Spicy did extremely well to get into 13th. Avalanche in 14th. Phoenix F1 15th. Shares in 16th. I certainly would have expected him to be higher up. I'm not sure about you, Nira. And Shum with no time on the board, so he will be starting from last place. That will certainly not be a great qualifying session for him. He'll be pretty upset about that, I suspect. I'm sure that was not the plan.
Yeah, probably not. It's very interesting because Phoenix, who finished P2 in the first race at Silverstone, pulled off a fantastic strategy. Basically went on hards very early on and then went to the end of the race on that set of hard tires. He is starting 3rd to last in this race, so it's going to be very interesting to see what strategy he's going to put on this race to maybe get to the height that he's got in the Silverstone race. It's going to be real tough because he's, yeah.
Well, he's certainly going to have to get his
Finishing
pace on,
quite
and
high.
yeah, with decent pace and a good strategy, he could make up quite a lot of places. So, looking forward to seeing how that goes.
Yeah, similar situations are Voltex, who I believe is going to start in P11, and Waffle in P12. So both of them will be the two of the first guys they can choose to start on whatever tires that they want, because they didn't qualify in the top 10. But fresh tires at the start of the race can pay dividends.
That'll be a small crumb of comfort for them for not qualifying where they would normally be expected to. Certainly, Waffle and Voltex would normally be expected to qualify within the top 10. So being able to choose those tyres will give them a little bit. This is race start. It would appear that Voltex has forgotten to put on the formation lap. So away we go straight away. Into the first corner.
And Phoenix got a drive-through penalty. Wow.
Wow.
Jumps the start.
And we look to have first corner cleanly executed. Crampy off to a great start.
Someone has dropped down. Larson has spun at turn 2. He's dropped to the back of the field. There was no formation lap, which caught me out completely because I wasn't focusing on the screen.
I see bits of carbon fiber as well somewhere, so someone has sustained damage.
Yep, I think Spicy or Ruff maybe just went in the back of Waffle, but I'm not sure if they've got damage. I don't see any wing popping up, so they might have gotten away with it. The Voltex and Waffle both made a great start. They both moved up 4 positions up into P7 and P8 respectively, with the top 6 basically having no changes at all. Crampy still leading the way over the Ferrari of Hurricane, but the Hurricane is trying to attack him in the castle section. Crappy defended that. Oh, Hurricane has
Hurricane!
almost lost it coming out of turn 11.
And he's now under pressure from Renzo.
Yep.
Is Renzo going to make an effort down into that bit? No, he's not able to. I think there was a slight contact with the wall.
Yes, he's tapped the wall a little bit, which is gonna cause problems. And Ruff has binged it into the same corner. That turn 15, I believe. Very difficult left-hander. He's now down to the back of the grid.
He's going to be
And
struggling.
Shares has also. Where's he gone?
Shares is also round. Yeah, Shares
He
is
is
trying
round.
to bring it back again.
As he is round at turn 16. There's a lot of problems happening on this lap 1.
Yeah, the opening
The
lap
Azerbaijan
has been
Grand Prix. Yeah. Ruff has lost it again. Oh my goodness.
Those overheated tyres, it is an absolute pain. When you get those overheated tyres, they just will not play. Shares is in the pits.
Yep, and Phoenix just dived down the inside of Avalanche into turn 2. So he has recovered back up into P13. Remember, he got a drive-through penalty for jump start, so his race could be ruined if there's no safety car. Larson is also trying to make a recovery. He's passed Avalanche into turn 3, down the inside, up into P14 for Larson. Then, well, looks like very equal at the front still. So Waffle has chosen to start on hards. Very interesting strategy.
Little wiggle from the rear end. Very interesting strategy indeed. He's taking that. Hopefully, he's going to be running long into the race there. One assumes.
Yes, but the problem with Waffle is he is now out of the DRS of Vortex in front, so he will be a sitting duck once DRS gets activated next lap, because Spicy behind him is almost in DRS range, and he is on the soft tires, so Spicy will get the advantage early on, but these soft wear out really fast. They can do about 7 to 8 laps at maximum at the start of the stint, so basically when the fuel is very heavy, and I think there's a fight for the lead.
Here comes Hurricane on Crampy. Is he going to make it into turn 1? He's not. Just take the fastest lap, so he is taking the fight to Crampy at this time.
Yes, Crampy went deep into turn 1, so this will be Hurricane's chance if he chose to use his ERS and overtake, because he will activate DRS. Crampy is also deploying his overtake. I don't think Hurricane is trying to make the move here, because he's just turned off his overtake.
Yeah.
So he's gonna stick behind Crampy for now and maybe make the move on the back straight, because that one is longer.
Top 5 still all within a second of each other.
And Numinami in 6 as well. So top 6 have broken away from Voltex in P7, who made a fantastic start, and Hurricane has lost out to Renzo somehow into the turn 5-6 complex. Didn't really catch that.
Oh, that's a shame. We did miss that little overtake. It must have been a nice dive down there. Undoubtedly a safe dive, but yes, a dive nonetheless down into that one. That's a great move by Renzo there to take second place.
Yes, and now top 6 are literally with each other. This is a DRS train.
Shum is trying to go around the outside of Spicy on the back straight. He's dropped back in.
Ooh.
For now, that is going to turn into an overtake, I'm sure, down the main straight with DRS now enabled. The top.
Yes, looks like Spicy is already struggling with his soft tires, and Shums on the more durable mediums is absolutely pouncing him right now. And Waffle actually gets a bit of a break, because he is now 2.5 seconds in front of Shums as he already passes Spicy.
Yeah, Shum, yeah, passes
Spicy hit the wall.
Did
Has he hit the wall?
And Stanley goes ahead of Spicy as well. Spicy is heading into
I think
the
Spicy
pits.
is hitting. Yes.
We'll go to the front as we watch Renzo get a good exit along with Crampy out onto the
Spicy.
second straight. Speeding in the pit lane. Is he going to go for a move?
Renzo.
He is. He's late braking down the front. Locks his
He's
wheels.
locked up.
But he has made it stick.
And he's locked up again. He's
We
hurt
now
his
have
tires.
Hurricane all over the back of Crampy. Spicy's still in
So
the
Renzo
pits.
has taken the lead, and now
And-
Hurricane using all of his overtake, trying to go down inside the turn 7, a very unconventional overtake move, but he's made it work, and he is now in front of Crampy before the castle section. What an opportunistic move from MRL Hurricane.
Excellent moves. Little wiggle on the back end. Crampy is in all sorts of trouble here. He's getting mugged by everybody. John Thorpe and
was,
Birkin coming up on him.
Yes, but the problem with Hurricane making that move is that he is now out of the DRS of Renzo, so he will be a sitting duck on the coming straight.
So Crampy looking to come back at Hurricane down this main straight. So here he is. We're right on board with Crampy for this area. He's not even opened the DRS. There it goes. So there goes the DRS, and he makes an easy pass on Hurricane.
Yes.
So he takes back that position.
He needs to get into within 1 second of Renzo in front, and he is doing that. It's very close, but he
Marco
needs a
into
DRS coming out of here.
Marco into the pits. Hurricane again looking to take that position back from Crampy. But Crampy has managed to pull within 1 second of Renzo and got DRS, which helped him keep
Yellow
that
flag.
position. We're seeing yellow flags out. Stanley in the
Actually
pits.
didn't catch that.
Phoenix,
Oh,
I am
happened.
unaware of the reason for that as well. The top.
Has Larson dropped back?
Larson
He's now 10 seconds behind
is
Marco.
now
I don't know.
11th. Is kind of on his own in a little bit of no man's land there. The top 6 are still within a second of each other as Renzo heads out of the castle section. What a great opening 5 laps we've had here today. They are all still very close, which means it's anyone's game at this time. Oh, a little mistake from Renzo there has allowed Crampy to get alongside. Renzo's going for the inside line. Hopefully getting out of that.
Not good. Go side by side here. Because
Okay.
Hurricane will get a great run.
Hurricane is going to be the overall winner from this. Renzo does manage to keep that place. Hurricane is now back on the rear end of Crampy and looking to make that overtake under DRS, which is now
Double
open.
slipstream.
And it could be a double overtake on Renzo as well.
It's going in the middle.
3 wide. Crazy moves.
Wow. He's made it.
Excellent driving from all 3 drivers there to keep away
Crampy
from
had to-
contact. And a lovely move right into the turn number 3.
good
Oh!
piece.
And that is Crampy who has lost it. John Thorpe.
No, I think Hurricanes lost it out of turn 2, and he was very slow on the corner exit, and Crampy couldn't avoid him and literally went into the back of Hurricane.
John Thorpe taking the advantage of the situation there, moving up into 2nd place. Hurricane seemingly without damage, still running in 3rd. We have Crampy down here in 8th with Birkin overtaking him. Birkin's managed to get past him before the beginning of, so just in the entrance of Sector 2. The
I
gaps.
think Birkin Numi Nami has gained here because they pitted the lap before. There was chaos.
Numi
the
has
group
to
in front.
slam his brakes on there as Crampy enters the castle section.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yes.
Numi Nami has lost about 2. No, he's lost 4 seconds.
Crampy has
castle
absolutely
section.
no front wing left at all. It is absolutely gone. Numi losing a huge amount of time
careful.
behind him.
Yes.
Back up at the front, we are looking at potential DRS overtakes here from John Thorpe on Renzo. He's going for it. Both races leaving enough room. Not quite made it through.
Yes. Meanwhile, Hurricane has pitted for hard tires. Where will he come out? Because he has to change his front wing. He's also got damage. That means Birkin will lead the group that has pitted.
And they're
Yes,
going for it again.
Oh, this is crazy. The Mercedes and the Williams as rough has crashed in the second sector in the double left-hander.
And retired.
Yes, no safety car or virtual, as a matter of fact. Crampy has put on a set of mediums. Can they actually go to the end? It's 20 laps remaining.
That would seem to be a bit of a push. But I
Yes,
suspect he's going to try and make them work.
Yeah, a very interesting strategy call from the Alfa Romeo driver, who's fortunately ruined his race. I literally didn't know whether what happened to Hurricane coming out of turn 2 on that lap, and then Crampy just went into the back of him. So that will be interesting post race.
We have John Thorpe and Renzo still battling it out at the front on the main straight. John Thorpe closing in.
Is he still not pitting?
And Renzo is in the pits.
Oh, he's carrying on.
Renzo is into the pits.
So is Vortex.
Vortex may be a bit of a winner in this particular instance, as he pits from what appeared to be second or third position. To all of that craziness.
So Berkan will take the lead, I think. Basically, yes, he's got a huge undercut. Poor Numinami. He was on the correct strategy. He avoided all the mess, but then he got held up by his teammate of all people, Crampy. I was so unlucky for Numinami.
Indeed, 4 seconds lost.
He should have been in front of Renzo right now if he didn't get held up.
Larsen looking to make a move on Crampy. Larsen on
I
the
think
hards.
Crampy just passed Larsen.
Okay.
Yeah. So Larsen on the hards will be a lot slower right now. But I don't know if Crampy is going to make it to the end of the race. That's my worry for him.
On those mediums, I totally agree. We have Phoenix hot on the heels of Numi. Numi choosing to go for the hard tyres. Phoenix on the mediums. Can he maintain this DRS distance, which he's currently in? Down to the straight. He gains a little actually there. He gains nearly 0.3 per second. And we're out onto the main straight.
I don't know about Phoenix, but if I were him... Oh, Numina make a mistake. Now he has to make a move. I was going to say that maybe he tried to stick behind him, then try to use the DRS at advantage, but then Numinami made that mistake coming out of turn 16.
Indeed.
So he got really oversteering in that right-hander, so I think it is through.
Good evening, Shane Perkins. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the race so far.
We have a virtual safety car, by the way.
We have a virtual safety car. Indeed, everyone has made their stops. Avalanche having made 2 stops already, putting them in 16th position. In fact, Waffle, Shum and Phoenix still to make their first stop.
I think that... the virtual safety car is gone now. That may have helped John Thorpe, because a part of his pit stop may have been within that virtual safety car range. So he's now in front of Renzo after pitting, basically after Renzo. So he's done the overcut with the help of the virtual safety car and moved up into an effective second position, because only Berkan has pitted in front of him.
Berkan leading the field of the cars that have stopped. John Thorpe in an excellent position here. Renzo still hot on his heels, heading up to the final sector. Half a second. Numi also pressuring Hurricane.
Has Hurricane just passed him? Oh, Hurricane almost went into the wall. So almost did Numi.
So we're just looking at Renzo right now.
For some reason, I feel like Numinami's pace is not right. He might have wing damage, because he's arguably a little bit slow. what he is used to.
As Renzo makes a relatively simple pass on John Thorpe, heading down into the first corner. Numi
But
is...
he's locked up. And look at this. John Thorpe has 80% of ERS. Renzo only has 20.
John Thorpe saving his ERS indeed. Hanging on to the coattails of Renzo through this first sector into the second.
Yeah, it looks to me that John Thorpe might just be sticking behind for now.
So we have reports that Shum has a damaged front wing, and it looks to me like the right end plate is missing from Shum's front wing. Yes, it is.
So Birkin needs to get rid of him ASAP. But he's in the worst part of the circuit.
Is he going to
Can't overtake here.
Well, actually, I mean, normally you can't, but I myself was overtaken by Abstractify in that exact same place last race.
Yeah, that was like 3 lap softs against 15 lap hards. This is 3 lap hards against 9 lap mediums. This is not
true.
A distinctive high advantage, but he should be able to get him here. Although, look at the gap to Renzo. It was 4.8 seconds. It's now down to 3 seconds.
As Birkin makes the pass on Shum with the wing damage there. Shum falling in behind. Likely trying to keep his distance, keep his gap close enough. See if he can get that position back. Here we have Numi with Voltex hot on his tail. Obviously made up a lot of space down that main straight. Yeah, Numi running a little wide there. That could
definitely has damage.
Possibly be a warning there. We will just see what Voltex can do down this straight here. And there's a yellow flag in sector 2.
Larsen crashed in the castle section.
Larsen is DNF'd.
Yes, he's crashed in the castle section. I think what's happened is Numi Nami basically lost part of his front wing coming up to Crampy when he was rolling back to the pits. I think Numi Nami definitely has damage. Look at how much time he's losing to everybody.
I am looking at...
Renzo has beat it! Oh no!
Numi Nami's wing's looking okay at the moment. Voltex has gotten himself a penalty whilst he was trying to overtake Numi during that section of the track.
Renzo may have just thrown this race away.
He has damage to his front wing. He's lost both end plates. So severe damage to his front wing. That is going to be losing him a bunch of downforce.
So what happened was Shums had front wing damage, and Renzo tries to overtake him into the castle section, into the infamous turn 8, and I think he locked up and crashed into the wall on his own. I think that's what happened. That was what had happened. And
that is... yeah. Sorry to interrupt you there. Renzo and Phoenix back into the pits for what will be their first stop, according to the stats. Waffle still needing to stop. I suspect he was trying to make a bit of a break at the front, but it has actually come down from 8 seconds to 7.6 currently to Burkan. Not going Waffle's way. He still needs to make his stop, as does Shum.
Renzo.
Voltex on the charge against Numi again.
Wow.
Numi's car does not visually appear to be damaged. I cannot see any damage to his end plates from the spectator cameras that we have available to us, or any of the wing elements, but something just doesn't feel right about Numi's driving right now. It feels like he is struggling.
Yeah, because like he lost so much time to Hurricane, like in such short amount of laps. It's like bizarre because like 3 laps hard against 5 laps hard shouldn't be that much of a difference in terms of tire wear.
So here we are, Voltex with DRS trying to creep up on Numi. He's not going to quite make it into the first corner. If he can keep this distance, he may make it on the exit of turn 2 down that straight. Voltex and Marco, the only 2 with penalties so far. Voltex has a little bit of a wiggle on the exit there from the rear end. Will not be catching up Numi on this occasion. Hurricane is within a second of John Thorpe. John Thorpe locking his tyres a little.
Numi needs to.
Numi making a move on Shum. He's trying to go around to the inside, leaving enough room. Shum's taking that room as well, and the move is done. And Voltex also taking advantage of that.
Ooh, close, yeah.
Voltex also getting through. Shum is now down into 7th position.
I think Shum's like
still needing to pit. Yeah, Shum still needing to pit.
I think when his wing got damaged, he should have just pit for hard because he's losing so much time.
He is losing stacks of time.
What?
Safety car. And there is a safety car. Crampy
has crashed in the castle section. Yes.
The infamous castle section. Yep, oh, that castle section. It takes out so many people. So there is a safety car. This is going to be great news for Waffle, who is in the pits right now. Birkin has decided to take a pit stop. Hurricane moves into first place. Waffle exits the pits in second. That is a huge gain for Waffle.
Yes. And why on earth is Shums not pitted?
Spicy receives.
I am so confused.
It is a little bit of a confusing situation here. Spicy receives a warning, a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Shum has still not stopped. The perfect time to stop under the safety car before all the cars got together. He is going to need to make that stop. He is going to need to make that stop at some point. And if he makes it now, he is going to drop well down the order, if not into last place.
Yeah, I don't get it. I know that he has to change to hard to go to the end of the race, and he wanted to go to the soft to go to the end of the race. That was like a free pit stop almost for everyone.
Was a free pit stop, and I cannot help but say that appears to be a terrible decision by Shum not to take that pit stop there. So everybody now gathered up behind the safety car, other than a few stragglers who have just come out of the pits. Spicy, Avalanche and Shares are just coming around turn 2, whilst the safety car is just heading onto the last, what I consider the last corner. It is not actually the last corner, but it's the only the last 90-degree corner of any significant difficulty.
Yep. So both Spicy and Avalanche have a drive-through penalty. They are at the back of the grid anyways. However, I do believe that you can't take drive-through penalties under safety car situations.
You cannot take penalties under safety car situations at all, no. So they will have to serve those drive-throughs once the safety car comes back in and the race continues. Avalanche not having a good day. So Avalanche in 14th of the remaining cars, a last place, and needing to take a drive-through. He will
has pitted, and he what? 12 laps on softs. Interesting. Very interesting.
Who was that, sorry?
So he's pitted for softs.
Shum has
12 laps
finally
to go.
pitted. Well, there are... Yeah, there are 11, 12 laps to go. Gambling perhaps on doing at least another couple of laps under the safety car. Hoping to make them
but
10
even
or less.
if it's a long stint, you know.
That is a long stint. Obviously hoping to make up some pace with those soft tyres, get a few places back. An eventful race so far as we have passed the halfway mark under the safety car.
So, Morph, who do you think will win this race?
Who can say
bets?
at this point? Well, I mean, Waffle has made an amazing, well, I guess you could say part luck, good decision. Waffle stuck it out, possibly assuming and not unreasonably so for a safety car. You know, high probability of safety cars here in Baku. It has played right into his hand. He has jumped from 10th place right up to 2nd with fresh mediums on to take him just these now 9 laps to the end of the race. My apologies. These 10 laps to the end of the race after they finish this little run down the main straight.
Yes.
Waffle stands an excellent chance on those mediums of catching and passing Hurricane on the hards, which are 7 laps old.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, Waffle was the only one starting on the hard tires. So he was the only guy that has chosen that strategy and has paid out tremendously, I must add.
It really has. Voltex currently on the hard tyres, 7 laps with a 3-second penalty. So Voltex could be on for a podium if he can make that gap to whoever is behind him, currently being Birkan. Still no sign of the safety car coming in yet. I'm sure
this could be bold, but Voltex could be out of points.
Out of the points?
This is bold, but he could be out of the points.
Okay.
Because of his
leaders
penalty,
through that
and
one.
everyone
That's
else
interesting.
behind him is on fresh mediums, basically.
Let's have a look. Yes, everyone behind him down to 10th on either hard or medium tyres, most of them being medium, in fact all of them being mediums except for Phoenix on hards, but all of them being younger. Voltex could have a difficult time. Good call.
And this has brought Randall back into the play because he did at one stage lead this race and he's got good pace. So he could be one to watch.
Renzo
and also
currently
Numinami. Of course, he had
7th.
damage previously. At least I believe he had damage. Otherwise, he wouldn't be that slow on his hard tire stint.
Indeed. Numinami now on mediums with what looks to be a car in full working order. I mean, I couldn't see any damage previously from the camera angles we were given, but his pace was undeniably slow.
But it could be just lime green on both sides. That could be like huge facts on this track.
On a track like that, that would make a difference. In fact, I had that on the last track in my race. I had a front right lime green damage, which didn't show visibly on the outside, but it did make a big difference to my actual grip. The safety car is coming in this lap. Hurricane now backing the pack up, becoming the de facto safety car. And everyone will be waiting for him to bolt. He's not allowed to make stop and start, and he's gone. There we go. Hurricane takes off down the main straight. Waffle gets a very good catch behind him, and they both leave Voltex and Co trailing in their wake.
Birken's got a chance. Birken's going to the outside. Birken's break later than Vortex. He's going around the outside and he's made the move work. Birken has made quick work of Vortex and he's now right at the back of Waffle. He and Waffle could be fighting for the lead at the end of this race because Hurricane is on 9-lap-old hards.
John Thorpe also going for Voltex. Is he going to make a move for the inside? He has. He's gone in. He's run wide and hit the wall. That is undoubtedly damage. Voltex takes the place back again. John Thorpe undoubtedly with damage to his car.
Yeah, that was irrational. He braked, swayed. Oh no, Marcos just dived Shams. That was late too. Renzo's gone past Phoenix, but he's locked up. Phoenix cut back. They are going side by side into the castle section. Oh no, guys!
Oh no, and there we go. That is Phoenix hitting the wall. That has to be damage again.
I mean, side by side into the castle just doesn't work, does it?
Does not work. That is not a place where you can have a battle of side by side. So heading down onto the main straight after the safety car restart, we have Waffle closing in on Hurricane under half a second. As we go through the final S's, he will be getting a lovely slipstream and is under now 4/10. He will be getting DRS in a couple of laps time. He does need to still keep that gap close.
I think Waffle has overheated his engine. You see, he's not using the slipstream. He's pulling out to the side. I think he has overheated his engine on the first lap.
I do see the spanner icon on his dashboard. It may be overheating a little bit. Does seem a little odd considering the safety car period.
Yeah, but he might have just pushed Rich for that whole first lap after the safety car restart.
We have a lot of close positions here. We have an overtake attempt being made. Marco gets past. No, Marco holds it to Shum. Shum was looking to take a position away from him. Marco locking his brakes a little bit. Shum still on those softs. Waffle being pressurised by Birken. Heading towards the castle section, however, so that should just back off for a moment. So Hurricane still maintaining that lead after the safety car period. He is now on the 10-lap-old hard tyres with Waffle and Birken both on 3-lap-old mediums.
Shams just went down the inside of Marco on that double left-hander. He didn't go around the outside like Abstract I did on you, but he went down the inside and made the move work. He's now up into P8. He needs to use the advantage of the soft tires as early as possible because they will wear out very soon.
This track is known for its high degradation. There is a little, a nice little battle going up here. Renzo makes his way past John Thorpe. Numi is within a 10th. As John Thorpe goes back, attempts to get back round but does not quite manage it. Falls back into the clutches of Numi possibly.
Avalanche has crashed. Virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. Stanley gets a 5-second penalty. Who was crashed?
Avalanche. He crashed in the quick left-right-hander coming onto the back straight.
So Avalanche into the pits to repair what is Avalanche into the pits to retire.
He's had a couple of crashes at least, I believe, in this race. I mean, this is a very difficult circuit.
This is indeed. Phoenix appears to be onto brand new softs again, with 0 laps on them. An interesting decision considering the time he's got to make up.
No, because remember, he and Randall went side by side into the castle, so he's got front wing damage, so he had to pit. That's why Phoenix pitted.
And the virtual safety car has ended, so we're back up to racing speed, heading in towards the last few turns of the final sector. We have Waffle and Birken hot on the heels of Hurricane. DRS should now be active, I believe. If we take a look at this from Birken's perspective, we should get a great view of this final straight shootout.
Waffle is close. Waffle is really close.
DRS opens. Waffle makes that move on Avalanche. Easy move. Birken gets nice and close to Hurricane. Hurricane, of course, will now get... Oh, a little wiggle on the exit there for Birken. Hurricane and both Birken will both get DRS on Waffle again. Will this make a difference? Will Waffle be able to defend? Waffle taking the inside line for defense. Hurricane trying to go around the outside. Waffle keeps that inside line. He's trying to go all the way around. He's going to turn that outside line onto the inside. Great move by Hurricane. That was actually a great move.
Is now joining the party.
Waffle loses out to both Hurricane and Birken. Birken takes the same move and takes the outside, but does not quite manage to make it stick on the acceleration out of that corner. So those three
just
go
to chip
back.
in, I think Shums and John Thorpe has had contact because they are now both behind Numinami and Marco. I don't know where they made the contact, but Shums and John Thorpe have dropped backwards into P8 and P9.
I did see those little arrows. Renzo in P5. Voltex still in P4, but with not much of a gap to Renzo, who is on the younger and softer compound tyres. We do have a couple of battles here. I do wishing I had a number of ways to get split screen or multiple battles on screen at the same time. We are going to have Waffle getting back to Birken here. I also believe that we are going to see Renzo attacking Voltex.
And Shums is on the back of Marco. Three battles at the same time.
They are alongside each other. Shum has his tyres across the front. Marco has
Stanley
fallen
Post
back.
Racing has crashed in the castle.
And another castle section casualty in this tier 1 race. Wow.
Renzo, coming. He's made the move. Voltex let him go. Voltex didn't fight. That was very clever from Voltex.
Not putting up too much of a fight there. Voltex probably just wanting to keep as fast as he can, not put up too much of a fight on his tyres, and hopefully keep that position that he has inherited all the way back from 11th place. A slight off-topic point here with the grid showing Avalanche DNFing on wet tyres, just for a bit of a giggle. Waffle, Birken and Hurricane still all closely in it. Marco right on the tail of Shum, but Marco hits the castle wall again. There is a carnage in the castle section.
Cheers is coming. Oh, luckily Marco is ghosted.
Marco is ghosted. He's currently trying to find his way around. He could use the reset to track feature at this point. It has not been specifically banned this season. It was last season. Marco possibly trying to be
Renzo has caught up.
The good racer. Renzo is on the back of Waffle. Waffle on the back of Birken.
Cheers.
Birken on the back of Hurricane.
Yes,
and there's another safety car. And Shares has gone out. And someone's just dove into the pits. So with Hurricane's dove into the pits. Renzo's carried on. Waffle's carried on. Birken has carried on. Voltex Voltex dove into the pits. It's going for soft tyres going on. John Thorpe also getting a new front nose. Lovely little bug there of the old nose not being removed. The Voltex dropping down to 7th as he re-enters the track, which means he's only lost a couple of places and will be able to absolutely power his way around the last few laps of this race with fresh soft tyres.
Is terrible news for Voltex because of his penalty. Everyone's bunched up now, so even if he makes some overtakes at the safety car restart, which will be either 2 or 3 laps to go,
he will indeed.
Because of his penalty, he's going to drop back. Anyways,
that penalty will become compounded indeed, as you rightly say.
So this now becomes of the question of how many cars Can MRL Hurricane, our first race winner, overtake in the remainder of the laps after the safety car came back into the pit or come back into the pits in either this lap, next lap, or the lap after? Because I want to predict when the safety car is going to come in. But how many cars can Hurricane overtake? Is basically the question now.
Everybody in front of him on worn tyres. Only Shum ahead on softs. The remainder of Numi, Renzo, Waffle and Birkin all on used mediums. So Hurricane will really have quite a large advantage in terms of tyre compound and age. However, lap 22 of 26 and we still haven't picked up the safety car yet. So this is probably going to go on for at least another 2 laps. We may only end up with 2 laps of actual racing. Now,
Yeah.
they will all be close together, of course.
Depends on, I think, the last car. When the last car caught up to the group. So there might just be a very slim chance that we can get going at the end of this lap.
Marco just entering the main straight, the last 90-degree left right now. So it is a slim chance. I do believe that it might be the end of lap 24 when they come in, giving us just 2 racing laps left. I do certainly hope that we get the 3. They are powering their way around. Marco is looking good to be getting up there, but the safety car's entering the final exit, just exiting the, sorry, is part way through the middle sector. Let's hope that they can catch up. So out of this race so far, Shares, Stanley, Avalanche, Crampy, Larsen and Ruff all becoming victims, generally speaking, of the castle section. Wow. That is castle section has taken some victims today, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I believe, I mean, Avalanche probably, I think he crashed in turn 17, 18, or 18, 19 in the fast left right-hander, but I believe most of the other guys crashed in the castle section. And I think the reason that Avalanche is showing on wet tires is because he probably, Waffle just went in the back of Birkin.
Under the safety car, that is...
Didn't get penalty, that was very lucky, because he did touch him.
If he has not received a penalty, it's not showing yet. That is quite a surprise if they did touch.
I think we're going another lap, unfortunately. Or Hurricane and Vortex. Because they need these laps.
They do need these laps in order to make up those places. They have made that tactical decision to go onto those soft tyres. Thank you, Josh Lol25 for the follow. And from Renegade, also with a follow. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying this race. It has been action-packed. It has been a thoroughly enjoyable race.
Going back to the point I was talking about, I think the reason that it shows wet tires is because he chose to pit for wets before he chose to retire. So...
Try to provide a little bit of entertainment as he decides to retire there. That's
I think what he was doing is he was probably flicking through his tires to see what new tires he still had available, and he probably sees like either no new softs or no new mediums left, so he just decided to I'm done with this race. So...
And a quick thanks to Vexed, who has just raided the end of this race with a bunch of followers, some 8 people there. Thank you very much, Vexed, for the raid. Very much appreciated. You have all joined at a pretty opportune moment. We are currently under a safety car, having had a lot of action, and we are about to get going. We hope at the end of this lap, we are hoping that the safety car is coming in, and it will be a last 2 lap shootout.
Marco has caught up. They should be, I think.
So let's see if Birkin starts backing the pack up. It doesn't appear to be. My apologies, we're not quite yet. We're not quite yet into the position where he would, so my apologies. I was a little early on that. I'll just take this moment to say thank you, everybody who's just raided, for all those follows. That's absolutely fabulous of you. I really appreciate that. Currently got 26 people viewing, and boy, are you in at the right time. Safety car in this lap from race control, so Birkin will take the de facto safety car role and start backing the pack up. Now then.
So I am stay on board with Vortex while everything happens in front of him.
Okay. Voltex is in a very precarious position. He does have a great advantage with his tyres, however he does have that 3-second penalty. So this is going to be a very interesting 2-lap shootout for Voltex. We will try and follow all the action that we can. We're just waiting for Birkin to bolt, which should be any man. He's going. There he goes. He has gone. Waffle is right on his tail. That was not a great restart by Birkin in terms of making sure that he was clear.
Minami's made over. He's made contact with Hurricane. Hurricane's gone around the outside. He's overtaken 2 people at the restart. He's already got Numinami and jumps, and Vortex goes down the inside of Numinami.
And there's a spin
spins.
at the back. Voltex spins. That is his race absolutely ruined now. Absolute tragedy for Voltex, who'd made a questionable decision, but the only one that was. It was the only option available to him, really. And Hurricane has made up another position into 3rd now.
Yes. He's got around the outside of Renzo into turn 4. Now coming into turn 5. Hurricane is now on the back of Waffle, and he can see the lead. Birkin right up the road. He's only 1 second behind the leader on much fresher soft tires.
Phoenix makes a move on Marco. Just a little bit further down. Hurricane doing everything that he needs to do to take this race win. He obviously kept those tyres in the window for the restart. Oh, and Waffle has made a little bit of an error. Give it a free place to Hurricane, who is now into 2nd.
Is he going to go to the lead?
Waffle will be kicking himself about that. Possibly slightly colder tyres that have taken a little bit longer to warm up on the medium compound. John Thorpe makes his way past Numinami.
Hurricane is coming. Gonna make 6 overtakes, or 5 rather, in 1 lap.
He is down to a 1/4 of a second. That gap sort of staying similar here. Not quite making it against Birkin. Birkin will be using everything he's got. He does still have 50% ERS, Birkin.
Yeah.
So we will check. We'll stay with them for this second. Hurricane makes a lovely exit on that corner. Birkin taken to the inside line for defence. Birkin absolutely draining his ERS in order to keep ahead for this final lap of this Baku race, which has been an absolute belter. Looking a little bit further down the field, Renzo is into 4th position. John Thorpe pressurising Renzo. There's nearly contact there, just managed to stay out of the way. Renzo locked up the tyre. Into that section. He is really pushing this. He really wants this.
Renzo spinned it into turn 7.
Renzo still moving, however. On my screen I do not see a total bin. A mistake perhaps. He's still going. Not a great result for Renzo, though. He has lost a couple of positions. Now, if Hurricane can just keep this gap, he may well gain just on Slipstream and ERS alone. And Birkin makes a mistake coming out of that final 90-degree left-hand corner. Hurricane takes the front position, but Hurricane has now touched it. And they both crash.
Waffle's taking the lead.
Waffle takes advantage of that little incident at the very end. What a remarkable race finish. Waffle takes the win. My word.
Can you believe that?
Marco takes a position over Spicy, as does Voltex towards the end of the race, and that is going to be a bunch of inquiries towards the end. But that, from what I remember seeing in my mind, that exit was a mistake by Birkin on that final 90-degree left-hand turn into the back-end straight. He wiggled a little and Hurricane made it past him, and then Hurricane made a little wiggle on the fast right-hander, which allowed Birkin to catch up a little bit. They made a slight amount of contact, and Waffle takes full advantage of it and takes the win. What a race.
I think what happened was both Hurricane and Birkin were pushing so much, so they were fully deploying their overtake on that quick left right-hander. Because they were going side by side there, so they might have made just that slight bit of contact to unsettle both cars.
Absolutely.
And then, wow,
Well,
Waffle, he
guys,
thought he's won it.
Waffle with a supreme drive, to be fair. He did take a little bit of luck, of course, from the very well timely safety car, but going on the hards from P10 was a brilliant decision. Turns out to be a fantastic decision. Allowed him to make a pit stop under the safety car, and then a little bit of a fluff up at the end allows him to take the win. And Nira, if you'd like to round that up for us.
I mean,
final
that was
words.
one of the most exciting races I've ever watched. No, Baku is a great track to watch, at least not a great track to drive sometimes, but that was one of the best ever races, best ever unpredictable races.
I would
happened
have to agree.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That was indeed one of the best races I have ever watched. Certainly one of the best ASP races we've ever had. That was exciting from beginning to end. Amazing racing, amazing driving, clean, and just wow. I mean, what a way to finish. I would like to say welcome to all of those people who joined in at the end. Boy, did you join in at the right time for a dramatic ending. I really hope what you saw. Thank you, Avalanche Snow, for the follow. I really hope you all enjoyed what you saw there. You all came in at the perfect moment. This video will, of course, be on a VOD on this Twitch channel for later viewing if you wanted to see the rest of the race, because that whole race was extremely exciting. It will also be on the Aspire Racing Series YouTube channel at a later date if you wanted to watch it there. Wow, I am still reeling from what was such an amazing race. Shall we head over into the main channel and see what a few people have got to say before we close off this stream?
Ah, that was incredible. Holy smokes. I thought Silverstone was good. This was better.
That was quite the race. Well, looking into the Discord channel, I can see that people are still in their own separate channels. So probably a bit of talking going on between people at the moment about their own races, talking with their teammates. So we will leave this channel here. I'd like to thank Nero for his amazing commentary and for joining me here this evening for this race. We're hoping that this will be a regular event with myself and Nero commentating. If you have enjoyed what you have seen this evening, please do come along again. You will see races being held by ASP every Thursday night and every Sunday night, starting at 8 p.m. GMT. Nera and myself will be commentating on the Tier 1 races on Sundays, and Voltex and another member of our league commentating on the Tier 2 races, of which we are both part of. And they will be on Thursday evenings from 8 p.m. GMT. So once again, I just want to say thank you to my comrade Nera for his excellent input, and to everybody here from ASP for putting on such an amazing show, and of course to everybody in the channel who has followed and watched. I really hope you enjoyed what you've seen this evening, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Good evening.